Here are the two best strategies to take advantage of Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks, or really any other discounted line or promotion. Welcome to Juice Bets. My name is Trevor, and today let's talk about these discounted or promo lines that, especially around the holidays, we're going to be getting tons of them. PrizePicks has their Taco Tuesday, underdog parlay play. They have payout boosts and discounted lines all the time. Let's talk about how we can take advantage of this value because they're just giving us a free leg to a parlay. How can we pair that, with the rest of the parlay and maximize our profits? Before we get into the video, make sure you do like and subscribe. It helps us grow. And definitely check out the VIP Discord link down below if you want to increase your plus EV volume and make sure that you're making money every single day as a side hustle. It's definitely the best place to be. You learn a ton, and you also get access to all my plays, and 6 other sharp sports bettors are posting all of their plays in there every single day. So you get tons of volume. You're part of a community. You can sweat your bets together and you can learn, right? So definitely check it out. It's free for 3 days as well. Okay, let's take a look at the 2 strategies that I've been using that have made things way more profitable when using these discounted slips. All right, so we're going to use the PrizePicks Taco Tuesday today. This is a holiday promo, but it's basically Taco Tuesday, right? So we're going to use this as an example. We can build out some slips and look at the slips that I've been building for the VIP members in our Discord as well, and kind of go over this first strategy. So this first strategy is taking advantage of positive correlation, right? So that means correlating slips together where one play, is dependent on another play, right? And so if one guy goes over, that means that the odds are higher for the other player to go over as well. So we're going to use this Kevin Durant play here, discounted down from 41.5 down to 36.5 points, rebounds, assists. This is a plus EV play to take this because clearly, the market is giving it to us at 41.5. We're getting 36.5 and being paid as if, he's being priced at 41, right? So we're going to take this Kevin Durant, and now we need 5 other players to add into the slip, and we're going to be correlating them together with NFL games. So this is one of the slips that I built out, and it actually has the Kevin Durant play. So, we might as well use this one, where basically what I'm doing is I'm finding two quarterback and wide receiver stacks, and I'm putting them in this slip, right? So I'm doing Buffalo and Detroit. Now, oftentimes I would highly recommend that you do a same game parlay because if one team, is scoring a lot and getting a lot of yards, that means the other team likely will have to keep up with them and they're going to have to throw more. And so, we see a lot of same game parlays either go all over or all under. It's just a higher likelihood to do so. However, in this slip, I didn't do that. And there's a couple reasons why. Number one, these 2 stacks, so Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, and then Jared Goff with St. Brown and Laporta, these stacks are very, very good because the target share, right, and the yards percentage from Diggs to Josh Allen is really, really high. Same thing with Goff, with St. Brown and Laporta. These are his 2 biggest targets, right? And they take up a lot of his target share. So we're getting really nice value by putting them in together. And we'll check this in a second, and I'll go into the actual data behind this. But basically what we're doing is we're taking Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs over yards, and then Jared Goff and St. Brown and Laporta over, right? And so we're saying, well, if Josh Allen were to go over his passing yard total, it's likely, it's more likely than not that Stephon Diggs will also go over his receiving yards. And so we're correlating these plays together because they are positively correlated. Another example here with a previous taco today, with this Vassell taco, is the Baltimore and San Francisco stack, where we have Lamar with Zay Flowers, his number 1 target, and then Brock Purdy with Ayuk and Kittle, his number 1 and number 2 targets. Obviously, Deebo Samuel could be argued to put in there as well, but I like to put in George Kittle instead. And so we've got, again, this one is a same game stack, right? So let's say Purdy and the Niners get up to an early lead. They put a bunch of points on the board and a lot of yards. That means Lamar Jackson is much more incentivized and will have to throw more to try to get back in the game. That obviously benefits the over for Lamar and Zay Flowers. So we're correlating these plays together. We're basically saying if this guy's going to go over, there's a higher likelihood that this guy's going to go over. Now, let's look at why this is actually mathematically profitable. It might make sense in your mind using emotions, understanding the game of football, but let's look at why this is actually mathematically profitable. So as we know, PrizePicks has a fixed payout structure, right? So if we have a 6-man parlay here, we're going to be paid out at a 25x, right? And so that gives us an opportunity basically to find, players for this parlay that basically on other sports books, we would be paid a lot less compared to PrizePicks, right? And so we are taking this play on PrizePicks because they're giving us much more of a payout than technically we should, right? So let's look at FanDuel, right? FanDuel is a massive sports book, and they change, your payout based on the plays and the players that you're putting in there, right? Because if we're putting in, 2 players in here, there are odds attached to their over and their under. And so it changes based on those odds. And it also changes based on if you're putting 2 players that are positively correlated together, right? So if we're putting Cooper Kupp in a slip with Matthew Stafford, well, they're not going to just give us the same payout as if they're not correlated together, which is what PrizePicks does. They don't take into account the positive correlation when you're building overs slips, right? That's why they're all overs, is because on the unders, they take that into account, but the overs, they don't. And so that's where we can basically get this value and take advantage of that. So let's look at this as an example, because this is the Thursday night game between the Saints and the Rams, and they have the lines up, right? So not fully up because there's no like Olave or Shaheed. We only get Alvin Kamara, but we'll use him as an example here. And so let's look at this, right? We've got Stafford and Derek Carr as the 2 quarterbacks, and then for the wide receivers or their pass catching options, we've got Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua on the Rams side. And then we've got Alvin Kamara on the Saints side, right? All of this receiving yards and passing yards, very positively correlated together. And what we can see is that based on this correlation, we should be getting paid at about a plus 1160 odd. So basically 12x, right? And so this is a 5-man stack. Now, if we head back to PrizePicks, we're getting paid 25x for a 6-man stack, right? And we've got this Vassell play. So let's quickly go and look on the NBA tab and see if we can find a Vassell prop that is, relatively close to that line, right? So we get Vassell at 16.5. Now his usual total is 20.5, right? And so we need to find something that's kind of close to that. Now, 15 plus isn't totally accurate to it. We can find some alternate. Here we go. So we get him at 16.5 on PrizePicks, right? For his taco. So that should be, that's minus 300 on FanDuel, right? So we add that into this parlay. And now, as you can see, just right above my face here, this parlay, this 6-leg same game parlay with Vassell on the outside there gives us a plus 1580 payout, right? That's what we should be getting paid out because they take into account the positive correlation. But we're getting paid out at a 25x, which is plus 2400. So we're getting paid so much more than we should be, right? And that's where the value is. So this is the number 1 strategy on what you should do with these tacos. Take advantage of that discounted line and pair it up with a positively correlated game stack. Specifically with NFL, it's my favorite. It's the easiest to build because I know NFL well. You can do it with hockey. You can do it with soccer. Again, all of these slips get posted in the VIP Discord. So if you want to see these and want to be able to tail them, definitely check it out. And this is the best strategy for me personally, because you can build these slips out. You know you're getting value because you should be getting paid at a 16x. You're getting paid at a 25x. That is the number one strategy on what to do with your tacos or any discounted line on Underdog, Parlay Play, PrizePicks. There's little nuances, but in general, build it with a correlated stack. Now, let's go into the second strategy, which doesn't involve any correlation, but it involves using some software to find some profitable lines. The second best strategy, and what a shocker, it's using the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer to build out your slips, build out plus EV profitable long-term slips by using this software and pairing it with your taco to make it even more profitable. Now, it's pretty simple. How to use the optimizer. I'll make it very quick, but basically what you want to do is obviously put your taco or your discounted line into your slip, and then you want to build out the rest of it by using these plays that you can find on the optimizer, right? We've got Parlay Play, Underdog, PrizePicks, and basically this optimizer will find either mispriced lines or lines that might be, you might find, for instance, here, we've got Valanciunas' rebounds. Well, on all these other books, he's at 12.5 or 11.5 at varying different odds, right? He's super favored to go under 12.5 and, kind of a little bit favored to go under 11.5. We get him at 12. Well, that means that he's somewhere between, minus 165 and minus 105, right? So clearly a favored play, minus 140. And so you can put that into your slip and be confident that you're getting good value there. Now, it's pretty simple using this tool. You just want to take the green plays, right? There are tips and tricks to this. I have a bunch of videos on this channel on how to go about using this optimizer, profitably, and kind of filtering through some of the noise. But in general, you just want to make sure that you're finding plays that have, number one, they have good amount of data points, right? We've got FanDuel, DraftKings, Pinnacle, BetOnline, Bovada here, all saying that this is a very favored play. Whereas, this play here for the goals, it's just Pinnacle and Fliff. And I don't necessarily think that I would be taking that play because it's just 2 data points with not the sharpest for player props, right? So you want to make sure that you're getting plays that are spitting out, lines on sharp sports books and ideally a lot of data points. But yeah, that's how you use the OddsJam Optimizer. Daily Grind Fantasies Optimizer is, very good as well. They offer the same sports books, but they have a slightly different algorithm, so you can find some different plays on this platform as well, on PrizePicks, Underdog, and Parlay Play. And so, yeah, that's the second strategy. If you don't want to build out these correlated slips, or you're not in the VIP Discord, you're not tailing them, this is the next best thing, the next best way to build out PrizePicks, tacos, or, discounted lines on Underdog or Parlay Play. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We found it useful. Make sure you do like it. Drop any comments, any questions down below. Happy to answer. And we'll see you guys in the VIP Discord with tons more plays the rest of the year. Let's do it. We'll see you soon.